So yeah, I'm going to talk about drugs and should they be legalised. In a word, yes, they should be legalised, especially cannabis. It could be taxed. Governments could make a lot of money from drugs. I think you could address a lot of social problems with making them legal. And yeah, I mean, would drugs flood even in more quantities into Europe? No, they wouldn't. It'd be the same. And eventually, it may be like alcohol. Eventually, people don't do it so much. I mean, millennials aren't drinking very much now, and they eventually probably stop taking drugs too. So yes, I think legalise it, take the tax while they can, and then help obviously build up your infrastructure with that money, and then help people get off drugs as well. There's some drugs that they might be able to say, okay, you can have this in moderation. It's not going to do much harm, but don't take. They could recommend certain amounts of drugs and make sure they're not too strong. They could do. They could test them. They could make sure they're not going to have too many adverse effects. I mean, if you look at alcohol, it causes a lot of problems. It causes people to become alcoholics and abusive. And there's some drugs that do the same, but for that, I think you can't have one without the other. So you have to legalise everything, tax it, and then socially work on your problems, and go from there. So yeah, do I think drugs should be legalised? Definitely, 100%. And I mean, even the supply of drugs is a big issue. I think the number of people involved in the drugs in various ports around the UK and in European ports, they're all they're all involved. This is criminality, and I think that's got to stop, because it's never going to end. You're never going to defeat. You're going to beat the war on drugs using safe policies. It's getting to a stage where you need to legalise everything and do it quite quickly. Right, that's it for now.